Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. Don't know why I did that like a newscaster, but I hope everyone's having a beautiful night. I think it's Sunday. I didn't make it on Friday. That's just I don't know how to put into words. I don't know how to describe it so it sounds normal, so I'm not even gonna try. I wanted to make another jig head for the spillway, so I'm gonna use this guy. Since I already have it painted, just going to make it, I think, I had it yellow and do the red, but either use marabou to like wrap around, and then some soft hackle to make it bell out, or like vice versa, or the opposite of that configuration. So been wanting to do just like a big old yellow and red thing, because that's what I see most, especially in the older saltwater flies and lures. Perhaps maybe before hot pink came into. Definitely appreciate bright pinks in these parts. Hello, Ron. How's your day going? My week's been brutal. I cannot even put into words. Everyone's has, I suppose. However, I lost like 12 pounds here. Goddamn. But hopefully the water will warm up before I completely disappear. Looking for some yellow marabou blood quid. Oh yeah. It is very hot back here. It is 86 degrees, which wouldn't be so bad, but it's not all that. So I got these, but I also have this old pack. One dog. Oh, 1D ounce. Reed tackle, Caldwell, New Jersey. And I want to pry the thing off the staple. Keep the bag attacked a little bit. This pack here came with one of the beginner kits from quite a while ago at this point. But I kind of like them. It's like a golden rod yellow. Might look a little nice with the... But now I'm thinking add one of these bright ones on the tail, and then wrap it, and then wrap that too. And then in between the two have something that bells it out to make like a chunky fish profile. At least that's where my mind is currently. I have a fan that's on. But thankfully my dad's treatments are going well, but unfortunately he's getting back to tyrant mode. Looking for a room or apartment. When I say room, I mean like a lot of these older houses have separate apartments within the same house. Not like a room, like sitcom style. Although that would be pretty neat. It's really just to have a workspace in town. So my goal now is I'm gonna put these bright boys at the end, and then wrap one of these more golden ones, and then red at the tip. Rather than using all one color, could ease up on one and like a nice little gradation. Wrap it with this also, and a soft hackle. Oh, I don't have red and pink. The pink underneath the red. It's really in my mind just to like bell it out a little bit. Let me get it. And I know I've ripped off. I really try not to do this, but I do. Like take too many out of the package. So I throw all the loose ones in here. I'm not very good at planning it, so I kind of end up with the desk full of feathers. And I try not to lose a single one. Even the scraps are not organized. Oh, I also got a bag of stuff in the mail. I'm not sure from where. Some random doohickeys. Hey Ewos, how you been? Maybe some Ling cod? What's that? I now hear another name. Ooh, what the heck? It's organza. I did read organza, but like pulling it out, that really is organza. That's pretty neat. Oops, I'm guessing silk. What's this stuff? Alright, what? Okay. I'm really stoked on this. I do still have a few things from like when I first got down here from the dollar store that I never pulled out. I finally dumped one of the bead things in here because these ones are quite thick, like hole-wise. But I also got these are diamond painting diamonds. It's essentially rhinestones. I'm sure they come in all different materials. However, at the dollar stores they have little keychain kits, and these I can't help but think would be ideal for making eyes. So I could plop that on black or white. Hello, Lime. The skuggy. Wow, this is sick. I have like a severe knot in my neck right now, and my neck isn't bending certain directions. That's wild, really. I don't know if you can hear it. It's making all kinds. I'm burnt out. Not on this, just like in like real life. This is essentially the last stretch of sanity that I have left, to be totally frank. But you know, cheers. So, oh right, mayfly tails. For y'all up and over where mayflies fly, I'm more than happy to give them a go. Because, wow, that's like insanely thin. Wow, that's insanely thin. I was looking at paintbrushes not too long ago, like for like painting and exteriors, and can't help but think that might be really useful. I haven't looked it up yet, so I'm sure it's been used a ton. Big task at hand. If I'm into literature, like an appreciator, but not. I don't like delve into things as much as I wish I could. I think that's one reason I really want to make a discussion group, Code Lock, if you see him in here, he's making a game slash social platform, and pretty soon could have like voice rooms or cameras or desks, but have discussion groups for just about anything. There's loads of stuff that like natural interest. However, either the focus or like memory retention and not being able to have a conversation, just like any other language, which like any subject has its own language, and trying to learn a language without practicing is pretty pretty impossible. I mean, for me anyway. Ooh, yay, there's a piece of organza out. I have a lot of fabric that I have to really do more diligence in IDing the fibers in it, because this is incredible. And I'm really kicking myself because I've really been wanting to make hats again. Like the 1940s, 50s style. I used to make them when I was in middle school and high school. Started making them in middle school and started trading them and for other things in high school, like tie-dye shirts and that kind of thing. But which the girl's mom still makes the shirts, all kinds of stuff. Spiritually high dye is her tie-dye, and it's reverse tie-dye. And the shirt is still as vibrant as I got it like 115 years ago, which is wild. Like, time flies. But spiritually high dye, still around. So let me pull this comments up because I'm a little nearsighted, unfortunately. So I have to look at the screen really close. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really happy with this package here. Also hoping to get some net bags. Trying to get that. Hey, yesterday, I'm not even kidding, my hair is like falling out. Yesterday, I spent the entire day essentially violently squeezing my own spine, and back and neck and everywhere. I had like a cluster of grapes, knots in my back as a cluster of grapes. It was wild. Every time I moved, it was bad. It was so uncomfortable that it is just a wild experience at this point. And yesterday, oh my god, I cracked my back so many ways because it got to the point where like I couldn't stretch, because like I'm sure plenty of you do, new to this part, but to be fair, I've been sitting on this desk like hunched over for 4 months, and I don't think I fully realized that. But yeah, so like when you move fast and like you're like ah, and like I'm so afraid of like what I hear like my dad's friends, like their backs are like ticking time bombs. That's why they need to swim. But my voice is not the loudest in real life. Inverter. I want an inverter really bad. I actually have at the very least a yoga trapeze somewhere, and a little baggy. Just can't find anywhere to hang it. And I hung it up at Codes on a pine tree, and thankfully it was me that the pine tree broke on, because he's like 6'5", so I feel like I was able to like sneak from the bottom of it, but can't find anywhere to hang it, and that's all I could think of, because that would have been miraculous. And my parents' bed has this border around it, so I couldn't hang my back completely like this to try to crack, because there's this insanely sharp edge. But but chasing Bo, how's your neck? At this for a little bit. I'm dying to go to Joann's. but there isn't one that I know that's near me. I'm not sure if that's a nationwide store, now that I think about it. They just don't make hair clips like they used to. I made this one though. What is it? Put like some rubber strips or something. Well, that's why I'm trying to think of bangs, cause like, you know, if I didn't have hair clips, I mean, you might as well strategically place them aesthetically while you're at it, but my hair would be my face. And like the little clips break a lot, so yeah. Had like a hair clip break when I had nothing else on me at the beach before, and I'm glad like people didn't have phones like they did now, because I was probably looking like a crazy person fighting my own hair. Like, there's a point. Every human has one. So, gonna run through this real quick. Got some grizzly barred rubber legs. And stoked on that because I have some chenille, not chenille, like shaggy, carpety yarn. And I wanted to make some shrimp or something with it. And I also did find a cheap pack of like fake nails or what have you. And the reason why I got them is because they do have a very sand flea shape to them. And some mayfly tails, which wild happen that is like the string on a like a violin bow, and a good deal of foam, proper foam. I have some craft store foam, but this is really nice, much thinner. I'm really not great at staying away from rocks. Maybe making some kind of more levitating stuff. I don't know. Any advice? Like, I'm not ashamed to say I suck around any form of anything that isn't just sand. I'll be real. I get caught a lot, and usually I'm good because I'll spend a good amount of time. But I'm getting to that point where, man, I don't want to keep spending every 2 seconds. So I have to just readjust completely the like kind of sloppy way I fish anyway. So that's why I am learning as publicly as possible, honestly, as I possibly can as a hermit. But here they are. And that back shell, I doodled it. If you look up like the pictures of sand flea, like their butt has kind of a point. And they were a book, so it can't be that. And I also finally got a mop. I've been wanting to tie mop flies for a really long time. See these things everywhere until you're looking for one. And this, I went to the like automotive section. I don't know why I didn't check that before, but it's a mitts, so also really stoked on that. I'm not sure what this paper is, if anyone knows. It looks like paper, maybe vinyl. Is it adhesive? I really don't know about this. There's a strip cut out of one. Chewing fabric. Is it already closed in your area, Ren? Cause I would hit them. The chenille has never been as popular as it is. Like the first day I I'm very like racked up in my innards. But anywho, so this is my yarn bag, just the yarn that I have with me. But One of the first things I did when I got down here is to go to Dollar Tree and like Joanne last time I was there had a whole aisle of chenille, and Dollar Tree had every color too, and I actually like the one from Joann's a lot more because they had like really thin to really thick, but the really thin stuff is brilliant. Like really, I think it's their brand too, or that brand that's like their King Lion something. And I did get some pipe cleaners, but those are for Christmas. I want to make some giant like flies for the tree. Right, it is coffee in a tuna Sam cup. Spine inverted. They are good. Wait, oh, for the back invert thing, that'd be sweet to have. My uncle, I forgot whose was it, but he sold it at a yard sale and wanted it really bad. Shoot. Hmm. Hmm. What are you again? I like that. Oh, the red. I really like the red that came in the kit. The really not the best quality kit. Oh, so I realized I'm not sure if this is like how it's done, but you could just leave the things on it. Don't know why I didn't do that before, but I lost them every time. I don't know the etiquette or the like workflow yet. Gosh, just trying to like get a lot done here because haven't been able to get much done out in the swamp because it's just too far. And I'll be totally honest, I do not have a car. I I have bikes and sometimes a bus pass. But usually I just like, I don't know, use the bus. You could just sit on it. But working on, yeah, vehicle now because the swamp's just like really far. So probably still just use like cabs or whatnot. I mean Uber. I'll be real, I miss cabs. Their ACs never work. It's never freezing. Cause they're always like, is it too cold? For some reason I can never be like, yeah, it's like Arctic. And it's like, oh, it's perfect. But alright. So I think the bright. I want to find one that has like a teal fluff because I'm only putting it on the. Hey, I might do it like a paddle instead. This one laid flat because it's going to be like that anyway. Maybe. Right up here, when you make like a jig like this, what would the tail, like, is the tail like a shank? A shank and a half? I can never land on like a placement confidently. And then the yellow will fill up to where the red is, probably. So pretty much just something big and bright. I wish I had like red rabbit strip maybe, because to get like super heavy, because this will be for the spillway, and hopefully I'll do a little better like jigging. Please do excuse my ignorance. I you know and didn't think of flash. I always see a lot of lures that are like the ones my dad always picks out are always red head and white body, and see the same configuration with like red and yellow, and made some AJ or AJ. I could drive. I just don't. I can't legally. I just never got a license for some reason. But I can drive. Like had to a few times in emergencies, but yeah. I attempted to get a private pilot's license during the years I was supposed to be getting it, but I got pretty much not very far because could not afford it, and now I have neither. But I also live for the most, like my entire life, right on the coast, and everything was kind of walking distance. And on a bus route, which usually I just have like a bag and a notebook with me and headphones, so it works out. And the train, Amtrak, Tri-Rail, there's like a bunch of different. It could be better though, like closer to towns and not. That bright line is like $60 to go down the street. Like why? That was supposed to be the solution. To what? I don't see much, but pretty neat. Unfortunately, rest in paradise. A friend of mine's dad was crossing the tracks and was hit by the bright line. So I looked up a video to see it passing, and it is wildly fast. Cause I guess just have like Amtrak, which is regular train speed, I guess, and then Tri-Rail, which is pretty slow. And it stops every few miles, so it's pretty slow. Could do it hourly, and what's it called? That kind of thing. Tried to get back into it. I went to a friend's birthday, and I don't really go on the dance floor, but I did, and within a second, I slipped on a spilt drink and was kneed in the face by a Turkish man named Abdurrahman. And it turns out he went to the same little flight school, which is right in Lantana. And don't know whatever happened to Abdurrahman, but he was pretty chill. And meet at like the coffee shop down the street to like study. It was pretty sweet. So if y'all what length should the tail be in it? Like from Because sometimes I feel like I'm doing it way too short, but also the opposite, way too long. Miss Mia! Excuse me, I got hiccups. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a treat. I did just liked crafting for a long time, but ooh, excuse me, got too hungry. I'll linger on third Ave. So 1.5 inches, and that's from down here. So my ruler is over here. One moment. I always forget that I'm zoomed out when I sit back down. Doorway effect. So I'm guessing 1 to 2 inches, or no more than 2 inches, and that's from the curve of the hook. Just do these regular. Curl. Let me just tack this one. I can't believe I wasn't leaving this on because it adds just enough tension too, to where it doesn't constantly have the sensation of like falling, because it's quite silky. Oop. What was that grip done? Oh. One moment. That's a very fluffy feather. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I used 2 of them. The tips are pretty. And God, I wish there was like even a little clarity there to drop the camera down. But might as well give it a go perhaps on a sunny day, cause it's quite sharp. Well, I guess I don't want to get caught, like, that I feel like would bring me to tears. There's no way of retrieving it. That water is gnarly. Like, the mullet that the guy gave us, my dad didn't hardly recognize because it was very like, muddy, I guess. But you'll see that too in the snook, like it's clear which snook lived there. If you want to say like that. Might as well keep all this for that. Okay. So, thinking of just having a little bit of an intermediary color, but it's kind of poofy, so maybe I'll add some white. Need some thicker silver. Oh, I should zoom in. Dang, I just got hit with a headache. Yeah, it's just been like, oh, no, stop. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know, different or something. But it's too chaotic here. And I haven't been really able to work anything, which I had to get through the treatments and stuff, but I was gonna rent this back room. But I just went to astronomical price for it and still have to paint it. I already had to scrub it, put a ozone machine in there for days, and just there's so much, and like I already got a bunch of wood furniture, so I gotta figure out how to somehow get that out to the swamp before it gets ruined in there, because it's just a hot, kind of damp room. Yeah. It's real when I really needed furniture, because I wasn't able to bring anything much. Moving from the apartment before the last. This is Lake Worth, the land of the infamous game of musical apartments. New apartment every few months. But I actually quite like that, you know. And really just looking for, gosh, a room or a studio space. And found a few for $800 a month, so I'm not too worried. The rents are coming down. And a lot larger, has a kitchen. So I have to just have a microwave. It works out. I'm just gonna end up sitting there. It was like 2 days of scrubbing, and then gifted furniture because I was trying to make a filming like place on Workspace, so I could both work near town and like still pay rent, but at least the rent would get like go into my parents' house rather than to a stranger, which is that's fine too. That's the plan now anyway. So looking for a room in Lakewood Beach. And Code's actually looking for a van instead now. So hopefully gonna start branching out and have little workspaces. It's just a little too hard to you know, live life, frankly. Get in that ocean. Hey, David. Pretty good. No way in hell I could do public transit. See, I really, I'm just one of those people that like, I don't want to say entertained, but like, I don't know if it's being raised as an only child and just, that's not an excuse. The world just like, just always feels like in front of me, like some form of screen. And I don't mind being able to sit and just like wait. And again, like all the places that I didn't really need a car, so it's one bus. So it's not like these like giant like multiple lines you have to jump from. It is one bus from here to the next downtown area. So it's not the worst. And same thing with Miami. Miami, it's super easy to get there from here. And I think you get on 3 different things, but it's a hoot. You can get this metro rail, which is kind of up there, and love the heck out of it. Like a train trip to Miami is cheaper than like South Florida fare and roller coaster. I used to just take the train down there to look at buildings and food, of course. So let's see. Maybe like yellow dubbing. Cause I was gonna wrap, but let me see. Dub and then do wrap maybe. And I do want to sneak some soul. Oh, shoot. Well, that's not good. Yeah, what was that? Oh. Mm. Mm. Grab another pinch for the other side real quick. Got a message. You never know where exactly to cut the flash. Oh, you know what? Ich muss Hunger sein. A sign stuck in my head, but I don't know German. I wish I did. Because I would probably just like make a living from Nina Hagen karaoke. There's one song called Offenbahn Zoo. Don't know what it means. Bathroom. There's some red. Red. Make sure I pick up the wire. Alright, more schwax. Hey, Paulsway, how's your neck going? Doing the chenille for the body. So going to, ooh, I actually can. I did grab yellow. It's like a light yellow. Oh, I got Easter yellow. Yeah, but there's a bunch of stuff that I want to grab. I gotta get back there before I head back to the swamp. Or like a camper. I could stash that in some bushes. I'm cool with that. I just need desk space, and everyone comes with a catch, alright? And mine is clothes. I do, for some reason, have a lot of them. Even when I decide to get rid of them and donate as many as I can. Somehow, they, people have their passions, and that's definitely mine. I started working at a vintage store when I was 13 for clothes, so. And when I was a kid, during the recession, we were actually bankrupt. Here, let me cut this wire just so I could. And thrift shops and vintage, like, were already, so it's probably like my parents' best dream in those days. Because they didn't sell old stuff at the mall, so I had no interest in it. Only the flea market. And I still have most of the stuff that I found at flea markets. So I'm gonna just step up this and then wrap a feather, maybe. I did get some chartreuse cactus chenille off of eBay. Found instead of one pack for about $8, cause with the like fee and not having Prime, I probably would have. Yeah, but anyway, I got like 4 packs plus some other things. Real stoked on that. I was really excited to be able to find some materials locally, but I haven't really been able to get out of the house without causing just chaos. But I'm the only person that really yeah. I can't like keep plans if ow. Like every time you get a little I don't know, just like I just never know what to plan for here. It's really unstable. So trying to find a different spot because we had all these plans, but apparently not. Because anytime my dad gets a little impatient, I'll be like, I never agreed to that. I never wanted y'all back there. I was never gonna. I was like, alright, I'm good. Like, wanted more than $8 a month, like, laughed at that, saying he can get way more, and like, already kind of chased code away from the whole idea of having a workspace right here. And I just can't, like, constantly fight, like, against, like, things just to get anything done. And just, yeah, so probably will be back at the swamp house for a little bit until I find a van. And, Code's gonna kind of, like, turn it into, like, a little FBI van. Mobile office. So I can finally get out there and, like, go to the keys and, like, unlock, like, more of the map. This is for pretty much anything. Y'all really know more than I do. Grew up fishing, but really very much, I call myself a very much a beginner because, I grew up fishing with my dad. And, like, when I went myself, I just threw some shrimp on what now I know to be a Jupiter rig. Yeah, I want to put this intermediate, this little color shift here. I'll just cut this to be the same length. And that's really, yeah. I mean, I'm sure some people, I know Ron like notice the difference. And my life's the open book, so I don't really, yeah. There's so many unchangeable factors to everyone's individual lives that but it's one of the reasons why I try to make sure that, nice and patient and open-minded. Like, I get really worn out here, like, but then, like, if I'm tired, like, it just means I'm, like, a mean, like, nasty person. I kid you not, like, I'm trying to find the words, but I just can't. It's one of the most incompatible situations, and I was really trying to get a change going, because I really have a small family, like, and none of them talk to each other, and life is really short, and we live once in a while. I'm like, I'm just disappointed is all, but also not very surprised. So, my real aim is to make sure the treatments went as planned anyway, so. But, God, even saying that would elicit like a really strong response, so kind of just been sitting silently at the desk this whole time. And that is why I say I brutally thank y'all and appreciate y'all with every fiber of my existence, quite frankly. But on to greener pastures. Got a lot of plans for this season, so I'll just sell more items like vintage and stuff, and just Uber anywhere I need to go until I can find a in-town spot to get a skill in. God, this is one fluffy feather. Not sure if this was totally necessary. That was totally necessary. Anywho. I just feel like nothing ever goes to plan, so I'm just gonna move off the land completely and get a little skiff and tack a tarp to it, call it a day. I wish I was kidding, but you know, I can only let so much of my time go by too, and like my whole life. I gotta find somewhere to work, and preferably not in the middle of a mountain, but like essentially in the middle of a mountain. Okay, well, Oh, I'm about to cut this one off. Oh, it's going to get sucked up again. I'm not sure if this was too necessary either, but I'm just gonna cut this. Oh, it's very hot. Oh, it's so hot back here. It is 86 degrees, but oh, no matter how many fans, the air just won't move. Oh, yeah, no AC, only fans. Okay. So, I'm thinking this under the red, so it helps it belt out a little bit. Sad, sorry, excuse, just let it. What is that song? Oh my god. Alkaline Trio. Oh, I'm heading for one of those clinical meltdowns. No, just kidding. Gosh, it's just been an understandable nightmare, but oh man, people could just be mean out of nowhere. Cruel and unusual. I'm gonna repeat half the shit to be honest. And I won't, but girl, I'm like, ready to, I don't know, hitchhike on a sailboat or something. They have that on Facebook in this group, and you could hitchhike on a sailboat, and you know, help out. And people will post like, hey, trying to get to Portugal if anybody's heading that way. That blows my mind. So, whoops. I'm not very good at these feathers. I don't know if you can tell or not. Like, what did I do? This feather is not liking this very much. It's bad hell. Alright, I'm not too sure how to get this belled out. Maybe a kind of like soft tackle and push it down. Just need a little. Whew. I'm just like attaching this wrong too. I just can't think anymore here. Oh, not one bit. Nope, nope, nope. Let me get this thick thing out of there. Hey. Ooh. It's getting hard to breathe back here. Oh, it's like verge of heat stroke or something. My stomach is turning. This one in. Since I had a bunch of loose wraps there. Oh. Oh my god. I know it's Florida. I'm usually quite heat tolerant too. It's just, it's really brutal back here. Yeah. Oops. I like pink and red together. Juicy. Mm. Okay. It's not really what I had in mind, so let me think. Maybe add a hackle feather to push water? Since these like Chinese hackles, I believe, are what they are. Quite thin. Oh dear. I feel like, oh, look at that big bad boy. Nice and thin over this one. Save that tip. Oh shit. Alright, tilt this up. Oh, Barrel's 9 is beautiful. I'm back at square one. But I knew that was gonna happen. I really did. I think, you know, we have a lot of instincts and stuff. still intact. Kind of have like a really hopeless feeling right now, and I keep making the mistake of turning the news on, but it just seems like everywhere is like super riled up for nothing good. I guess good is subjective, but my good is just like, you know, not like immeasurable souls constantly leaving the planet. But just, you know, like horizon to get a little brighter, which, you know, there's so many developments going in, so the horizon always has a lot of like light emitting. um, right. Alright. Should I add something? I like adding the ice stub around, but I'm no good at it. That's what I really wish I could do. Oh, what's up, Airline? Hey, Zoidberg, how's your night going? You do small floating spider flies, easy to make, works really good when eating bugs on the surface. Oh. I made a few bluegill killers, and they're really the only things I test out there, but mainly to see them swim, and they move gorgeously on top of the water and like underneath. Because I tried them before, I had very like zero understanding, and I'm not too sure if they're like a wet fly, but I weighted one. But it looked great, and put on fat fingered fly tire, and just haven't been back at that lake, but should be relatively soon, and back on that. Did test the water at the canal, so do plan on frying some up. I kid you not, the reason why I'm like trying to integrate my entire life into. I'm just absolutely starving, and the like it's just, food is just I don't really see much improvement, and like I know, well, I don't know. Now I see other stuff coming out, but um, I just like don't really know what to expect. Never did. Never really tried, 'cause you know, I went to a small Catholic school, middle school, 10 years, and I would use their computers to check InfoWars, so already kind of like um, kind of screwed. No, just kidding. But like I watch as many directions as possible, like everything. Quote unquote both sides, no sides, all sides, don't care. Just, you know, yeah, throw it on. Give it a watch. All good. So I'm trying to think if I should like carry on the silver stripe down. I guess I should have put it on this side. Or nah. Should I put a little there or? I guess I think so. I remember everyone, not everyone, but like a lot of people would have this bumper sticker back in the day. It read simply, ass, cash, or, ass, gas, or cash. No one rides for free. I always think of that anytime I say anything that rhymes with gas, honestly. Ooh. What happened there? Sometimes things happen that I. Oh, it slipped off that feather, maybe? I don't know. Okay, put there for now, and then I'll flatten them both out at the same time. Okay. I'll give these a proper trim. Alright. Oh, yes. I'm in cotton and silk. Oh, sparkle. When you go out there, you're gonna be a star. Hey. Okay. Ow. I shall cut myself off. Not exactly how I had planned, but that's alright. Oop. Well, here she blows. I didn't know what to do with this jig. I'm really gonna miss being able to walk down the street to get some, but not everything works out. It's okay, maybe signs are pointing closer to blue heron. So I'm not gonna get down anymore about things beyond my control. For I have numerous notebooks, and some real good pencil lead. It's like really dark. Real nice. So, internal joy is, handled. Oh, there's a fan and this hair tinsel. I need to learn how to behave. Oh, I do like the color. Reading more like orange, but that darker red hackle feather helps with that. I really wanted half red, half yellow, but got kind of like a sunset, which not mad about. This side looks like it got electrocuted. Hey Outfish, how you doing? I appreciate that, Nugsman. I want to spend a week and dress like a Florida pioneer and see how that is. Essentially Victorian like dress. There were a lot of white like kind of lace dresses. But I haven't seen as many pictures as I'd like to, because it's been a good deal in like any Florida museum as I can, or Florida rooms and libraries too. But I want to see more. And the books at Walgreens are great. They're just 20 bucks each, tiny little things. And I keep meaning to look for them on eBay because I really want to collect them all. They have one on Zora Neale Hurston and one on Florida like the culinary history of Florida. Oh, I need that. Yeah, they never honestly either. It is Walgreens in the back. I'm not sure if sometimes I forget not every chain is like a nationwide thing. And I'm not sure. Well, no, New York City had Walgreens, I think. I know y'all have Dwayne Reed, which I, for like years, thought was like glasses. I need to get glasses. Which I think even Miami got one. Did find one apartment for 800 months, really pretty inside. I was gonna try to find somewhere to film where I can also have access to like, my world. Because I haven't had access to it in like 6 years. Working on a permaculture forest, but I got burnt out because there's don't really need irrigation, but for potted plants and like, that kind of thing. My cell still hurts. Lost like 35, 40 mulberry and moringa babies. Once. Years ago, have not recovered, nor do I plan to. I'm just kidding. I fully recovered. It's nothing but sticks in the ground, really. Moringa seeds, and the seeds are pretty good. Like, I've planted seeds that are years old. Trying to get the ice that isn't big chunks because I don't want to do that. No, it's just easier to drink with minimum jaw movement. But that's it. You really gotta take care of yourself and make sure you don't burn out, because was kind of on a mission of gaining weight to be able to just like build more strength and stamina for swimming. And I undid all that work. I think I've lost 12 pounds officially here. Not 12, that's like after, it's really like 8. 12 is just like the lowest, but that is. But transitional period, I guess, so still gotta, I don't know, figure a direction. I always want to like involve like my family and stuff. But oh yeah. I don't know how that happened. My cup just got totally refilled. Crazy when stuff like that happens. Alrighty. Right back in front of this. God, it's the heat. The heat brings out the sadness, I think. Hey, it dropped a degree. It's 85. Right on. Paradise party. Alright, so not too sure what to work on now, so I'm gonna zoom right out of here. And if the lights are, it's very hot. But hopefully, I think gonna also God, it's hot. Rethink the plants for that, because I think I'm thinking of a different type of palm. So I'm trying to look for dwarf varieties or any native shrubs, and even toilet paper plant. I think it's called no. Really nice flowers. So I think I'm going to go and sit outside and enjoy this coffee. I wish I could bring you, but the service completely cuts as soon as I walk out the door. But like this house in general is a dead zone, cellular, service-wise, and it doesn't matter what carrier you have, Boost, Metro, Verizon, nothing works. But recently, internet, so everything is fine. But yeah, I don't know if it's like the antenna or like that someone has a cell phone jammer. And I tried calling around asking about that, and they reacted like I was nuts. But you can buy them online, like. I don't think it's that far-fetched, but, ooh, excuse me. I don't really have any plans tomorrow. I might try to get at the house a little bit, and, while I can, because really I was kind of getting really, stir crazy in the swamp because it's just too far from the coast, which is like everything I know, and, I, don't have any access to anything out there because there isn't any stores or anything like that. They did build a city, a whole city. Florida's newest city, and sounds like an institution. I wish they went a little bit more delicate with the name. Could have been called fucking anything. I'm getting this organza. Let's pack it right here. And I can't wait to see wings. Is that what this would be? It came with some mayfly tails. Maybe you stabilize it like feather, which I haven't tried that yet. Snow should be gone out of the fur. Wow. Yeah, it's getting blistering hot down here. I mean, spring, to be fair, is like a week. A week of gentle breezes, and then it just goes right into summer. So yeah, I'm not sure what to... Flake. Pearl flake. What is flake? It's pretty. See some UV resin. Pearl flake. Those together. I'm guessing this is also flake. Same kind of texture. It's like vinyl or some form of coated paper. Oh. To miss, like, I have a brief, like, stay in Colorado, but the snow wasn't too, like, intense, but I've never felt it before or since. And, God, it feels really clean. Next time I'm in the snow, I'm gonna have proper clothes, because I did not. I had suede boots. They were soaking wet the whole time. I'm very lucky I didn't get frostbite, because I was walking around. I was essentially hiking. I had no idea what I was doing, but... I had headphones and a bottle of whiskey, so... Unstoppable. Found a lot of mine shafts. I wish I filmed. I have pictures, but I wish I just made my Facebook public. I don't use it to talk to anybody anyway. All girl and I know chew themselves alive, and but got like the what few pictures that I went 5 years without a phone, but that was forever ago. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Just never really used the internet for anything other than like looking stuff up for music, rather than like finding people with like mutual interests, or like showing crafts, but just pretty much posting pictures and stuff like that, and Facebook groups. But they make it really hard to post stuff, especially if you have an Etsy shop or a shop page linked to your Facebook profile. So many groups have just said no, and like I'll go to join the group again, and then have to message an admin, and it's like, yeah, you can't sell anything in this group, and you have a page. It's like, and like some of the groups would be like for sellers. Like you can't sell stuff in it, but it's like for like little small business things. Yeah, cool. The hell? Um, this guy. It's red and yellow, but it reads more orange. But for either the lake or the spillway, it's supposed to be red and orange, but now it looks more like lake. Gotta really improve my scissor skills. I mean, yeah. That's being dragged through water. I need to stop that. If there's any loose bits, I can always get. Because I think it's just be a little longer than the marabou, and maybe that helps with like keeping it streamlined. Because I do like how the marabou like kind of like sucks into itself, and then like as soon as it's free, it's like undulating all wild, and it's like very like cartoon jellyfish. And alright. I did want to make some more sand fleas, but oh, I don't know if I did find some like nice herb too. I'm gonna make a bag. Well, it's not nice. It's pretty low quality, but to crochet it into something. Hey now, that is so nice. It's one of my favorite patterns. Is like rope or kumihimo, like the little foam discs, essentially micro ropes or little ropes. But let me scroll through here. What else? God, I gotta move a bunch of furniture and all this kind of thing. Oh, okay. But maybe it's gonna expel some energy to if anybody plays Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I get it. I don't know what the climate or like is like. I don't. But it's the only game I could play, and I enjoy it. Whoa! Did not want to hear that. And Poe's out here loading chests, which I will play a few games here and there. But I like chess. Just takes me like a second to remember the like moves, and that's it. And it's just I can't get over the waiting aspect. It always it just makes it hard. Like I can never like think through things too well. Not sitting down. If it's like both moving around and like tinkering with other stuff, that's a little more less nerve-wracking. But the like silence becomes really loud, that kind of thing. And never played on an app before, so that's pretty sweet because then you could actually take like a lot of time. And like Words with Friends, which I did like that one. And finally got a Scrabble set, which Felix said I have one, but this one's quite old. And anywho, but I like both, and I think I need to force myself to get back into it. Not back into it, because I never really was terribly into it, because I didn't have many people to play with. But, like, I really like checkers, and that's easy as pie, but yeah, to slow down a bit. Because I like Call of Duty for the reason, like, I don't play any other games besides, Spyro and little emulators, but I really like Call of Duty because, like, I I've tried other games like I'm totally useless in them. I tried Halo and Battlefield. No good at them. And um, you just have to like react really fast is all. And judging by how much I go into this spiel, like I really do appreciate the heck out of it. But I do want to show this before I forget. My dad found this box at a thrift store. I'm guessing it had like maybe a pin or something that came with it, but I just threw a thumbtack on there and a cork, which if you like this size cork, go to or look up ear piercing corks. A little less than like a little less than 3/4. So ear piercing corks, it's like 50 for $5 rather than a few for multiple dollars, but there's a neat display. The deceiver I made on this. The biggest one I've tried to tie thus far, but excuse me. And repair. Ooh, very cool John's life. Subscribed. Very cool. Leatherworking is one of those things I always wanted to at least tinker with because the stuff lasts forever. And like especially even just knowing how to maintain it really. I used to find a lot of really cool like 70s bags, but either the seams would be split or like cracking. And the videos on leatherworking or sometimes at like medieval shows they'll have some leatherworkers there. That looks like some fun stuff. But I can imagine the stuff has to be sharp. I tried doing some woodworking with like my grandpa's old tools, wondering why I wasn't getting anywhere. Just, I felt like a new chisel. It was like a scalpel compared to what I was trying. But got farther with box cutters. But yeah. See, what's that called? When they make it like liquid almost, the leather. Maybe it is a liquid. I don't know. Been seeing it in like shorts, like almost like forming like clay. Thread rot is a pain. Thread is easy to fix. You can't flex it too much till it gets rehydrated. Very cool. So to rehydrate, perhaps a rot out there or a dry thread happens a lot here in Florida. Attics and garages are usually the go-to to store things, but fabric and oof, it is not nice to it. Outfish on tape. I made a wallet years back and some pouches. Very nice. It is at a camp I want you. That is sick. That was my biggest childhood dream. Summer camp that had like canoes and crafts. I still want that. They had an adult summer camp, but it was like not canoes and crafts. It looked just like a just like I guess a party or whatever. Oil needs what? Or mink before I save. Baby oil, right on. Yeah. Canvas tents. Yeah, that's sick. I want to get back into camping so bad. I don't know how so much time slipped by. Sorry. I mean, I once ended up at a nudist colony because they didn't say nudist, they said naturist. And they said it was an art slash fire, like bonfire. I thought it was people that were really into nature. Just didn't think like, I guess how into nature meant. And I tell you what, it has the same feeling if you walk into a room butt arse naked in front of like a bunch of fully clothed people. And it's called the Florida Young Naturists. You know, and it's a commune. People live there. There's trailers, lake, forests, and you don't have to. You could wear clothes unless you want to go in the sauna, or the pool, or the hot tub. And if you sit on anything, you have to sit on a towel. And they have a cafe. I didn't see that in person. I see. How do you know my last name for it? Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me get all the way up here. A lot. I don't know if Gora's still here. I did not get a new chair. I didn't want to tell you all this before. I have a computer chair right there, like a nice one. But this thing is like my dad's pride and joy and he wants to sell it. And I'm so afraid I'm gonna sit in the chair and either hit that or it gets pushed into it and knocks a few. It's not missing any pieces. And it's really cool. Oh, you can't see. Well, now you can. This building continues on this panel. The back panels are painted, and my favorite part is the kind of spread, the symbolic little spread of things. You got your pomegranate, I think. I'm not too sure, but it looks like some form of instrument. And you get some tatas, which are perhaps persimmons. I got peaches over here, and a vase with a scroll, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'd like to know. Another looking kind of maybe instrument or pipe. I'm also not sure. I love the peaches. Peaches are dope. Can't really see them, but very cool. I gotta take some pictures of it. Yeah, I see these a lot. These room dividers, but there's just a few parts of this that I really, really like. And the fact that shell, rather than inlaid, like it's kind of 3D. Gosh, I could really just take this phone off. Yeah. So the peach, got some persimmons on the ground, and scroll, some brushes. I know that's a brush, but I'm not too sure about that. And some cherry blossoms. I'm sure if I like paid closer attention, it tells the whole story. Look at those palm leaves. would love to make just a hair clip out of one of those. I was just painting. Oh, there you go. So she's painting. She's holding a cloth just in case she messes up. No, just kidding. Might be a part of the sleeve, I'm not too sure. And there's the tools. There's the instrument. And check this. Them playing instruments. This, let's see. What is that? Those other type of persimmons, maybe? Those flat ones? I hate to guess everything is persimmons, but... And then like a dawn cloud. Not too sure. So let's see what they're doing. Let us see. Oh, I love that so much. God, it's beautiful. And you can see like that it's quite 3D. It sticks out quite a bit. And okay, see. Holding something. Here's another thing I'm not too sure about. Perhaps the weights. I often see these charms worn around like the waists in like a few different like strings. Maybe that could, but I'm not too sure. Would love to know. Wish I could find like a, I don't know. I see them a lot in restaurants. I mean, I'm not in many people's homes. Gosh. It's so hot back here. It's dropped a degree to 85. Oh, as soon as I said that it hit 84, that's a big. I had to ice the coffee. If I drank it warm, I think my body temperature would have reached dangerous. But it's just that there's insulation laying on the window, so when the sun is out, it just bakes that, and then it retains so much heat. But I'm hoping next few weeks go well, and just kind of stay busy and rework work plans that, because I just it's really hard to rely on people that like will put an end to everything if they feel like it, essentially. So I just gotta figure out, 5-year plan is something that I've always like kind of lived through, and kind of like not really like kind of like a vague idea, like this, like when you're looking on OfferUp and you could affect the radius, kind of like that, and most of my plans are really simple. It just takes people, but really, like, never really gained like any form of momentum back socially, like after the whole spamdemic, and like most of the people that I knew either moved or went their own way. But of like code and a few people that gonna head up to try to get a group going and try to maybe get deeper into core a bit. More the merrier. And it's I wanna see. Who, me? Could? Um, so I still think that'd be pretty neat. There's a lot of warehouses for rent. Now, they're quite large and expensive, but if you just rent like half of it and throw a cubicle in it, you can make a mess and stay organized. That's like the best of every world right there. Throw on some roller skates. Because then, see, ever since I was a kid, this was my biggest dream, is to have a warehouse, painting corner, sewing corner, any other hobbies. And then you just have those like 70s, 80s strap-on metal roller skates, and you could just like save some energy by, you know, sometimes your eyes start blurring, so you can't, gotta put down the beads. But then you could throw. I'm running out of time. But anywho, on that note, before the heat completely consumes my mind whole, and brings it to a nice soft boil, John's like, that is me sewing. That is me sewing. Get real creative behind a sewing machine. They just don't make them. They don't make them well at all. It is the only thing I have pushed off of desks. Asked permission if I could throw it off the 5th floor. I have a really, really kind of bad track record of sewing machines. Good thing no like personal information like that's recorded, because I would have like a rap sheet up to this. I think I've gone through like 10 of them. I still have 7 of them. So now, if I ever find another sewing machine, it's gonna be a manual pedal and heavy duty one, both, not one or the other. Has to be both. 'Cause heavy duty one, that's like very utilitarian. You could wreck through anything. I just don't know where to find one. Cause brand new is like, whoa, worth it. That's like industry, but and trying to also find some music to listen to, and I I've been really liking like instrumental stuff. And like even looking up instrumental version or just the instrumentals to things. Which there's that rapper Freddie Dredd, and he's got like immaculate beats. I don't know a lot of like new artists by any means, but the instrumentals are really, really, really good, and to work to, I mean, but with minimal distractions. So any form of instrumentals, I enjoy. I'm hoping to um, I just keep getting like hit with the reality. It's just, you know, ain't nothing. Life is life, but it's just gonna be a little bit of a pain in the arse to get, so just find a place to plant, feed, and stay busy, but also be right at the mouth of it all to be able to sell things, cause I don't really I just don't really know what to do. I'm trying to make a vending kind of cart, but kind of feels useless now, and cause everything that the plan was like consisting of currently was just literally using that room, paying my parents $800 a month to use it after having to paint it and to edge it and like stuff like that. Cause you know, I'm not the only one that can do that, obviously, but like it's just sitting there. But I can't really say anything. I just gotta move on and like try to make the best out of it and hope everything goes well here, because it's been so much like just most intense shit I've ever witnessed and lived through in my life. And like my dad's like physically like just like he was hit by a train. So I feel for everyone involved, but like yeah. So probably be here for about another week, and then probably will be at a different desk. And yeah. So if there's any patterns y'all recommend, more than happy to try any. And I like how this guy came out, and more, because I know it's gonna be a real sopper. I'm not too sure what the silhouette is gonna do when wet, so I'm excited for that also. And I also wanted to know if would it be wise to hide a hackle feather in the tail so when it's swimming it has like extra structure to grab onto to keep a fish profile, or nah? I just can't wait to get in there and see, because I'm fixing to bring them all just to swim with them and like see. Get me one of those diving notebooks, because some stuff like I can't even really conceptualize how it's gonna move down there, and I can only find videos for so many. There's one channel, and I can't find it now, that every fly pattern shows it underwater. It's one of the bigger channels. Does anyone, any of my recommendations? Yes, Code is also looking for a van to exist hard and exist in, and anywhere possible, because the whole point also to get closer in town is to have access to the, without having to drive an hour. But it's supposed to be done like kind of like 2 months ago, but kind of dragging on. And I just should have known. I'm a hopeful bastard, though. I can say that now. Get an Thank you. Thank you, John Slade. That's what I was saying. Econoline. Sorry. Well, that's the van. Econoline. That is it. Ooh, it's too hot. I'm dying back here. So I am going to put on like a slip or something and just like sit in front of this fan, looking like a Anywho, hope y'all have a beautiful night. Here every weekday, learning to tie flies and tying um, anything. So if there's any patterns, please feel free to recommend. And if you see any flies that you'd like to give a go, please. I'm not able to get to the coast very easily right now, or to any body of water for that same matter, besides the tub. So if there's anything, it takes a stamp. Oh. So I'm more than happy to ship any out. Please never hesitate to find me on Discord, Facebook, I almost said eBay, Instagram, and pretty soon eBay. Get a lot of stuff to list, like too much. A store's worth, because I always wanted to shop, but there are certain things I just gotta temporarily move on from. But love y'all. I hope you have a golden night, a golden goose egg of a night. And yeah, so I have to get out of these. I'm dying. So I mean, I shouldn't say that. Just oh, 84. Oh no, I think it was. Anyway, happy trails, y'all. Have a beautiful night.